Now we need to be able to move it around. So I add a control space bar, transform 3D here, add a merge 3D after that. Then I'm going to do like a 3-point light system and drag 3 spotlights, connect them to this merge. And for this first one, it's going to be the main key light. I need the intensity at 0.75. Give it a linear decay type, current angle, widen it. Go to transform. Let's drag this to the viewer. Go to transform, set this to 0.02. And then I want to drag it on the x-axis. Let's use target. I'll zoom out a bit. Then move this up, move it up like that, then move it to the left. So we have something like this. And I go to this light with fill light. I zoom it out down about 1. The intensity, I drop it to 0.25. The cone angle is just to be wide, but the decay type should be quadratic. And then I move it back as I use target. I move it back. I've already moved it back here, so I want to move it to the side lower part. So I move it to this X part. It's on this side. Then I drop it down, something like that. In the last spotlight, I drop it this intensity. I hope I dropped it. Okay, I did. Then the intensity of this one, I drop it to 0.25 still. Quadratic. Then I go to, if one angle to the wide. Yep, that's it. Then I go to transform. I move it back a bit. I see by here it can 2. Let's say 0.5. Then I do it all. Restart it. Get up like that, so it's declining the object, something like that. It's a little far from it, so I'm bringing over it. Finally, bit close and something like close. And back a little. Okay, so I'm done with the 3-point light. Then I drag a camera, connect that here. This camera, just give it value 1. Then I drag a renderer node, set the renderer node to OpenGL renderer, connect the output of this merge to the renderer, drag this to the viewer, and the output on the camera to zoom out just a wee bit more, something like this. And zoom fit, so I've got the concern. Essentially, not better. 7. Good. Now we'll be done with this. Now let's do card movement. Let's go to render 3D, enable light and shadow. So we have that going. For this spotlight, I'm going to drop the intensity a little bit more to 6.5. It's not so bright. 0.6. Let's grab what's good. Let's press it to fine. Pick outside of here and add it in light. Connect that to the merge node so it brightens things up just a wee bit. Now we're good to go. Let's go to transform. Now we want this card to just animating, right? What we will do is I go to the beginning. This is where it'll end. Let's just keyframe this to be somewhere around here. Keyframe this, that. And I go to the beginning. I want it to be zoomed in. Just have the same thing at this level. And I want the Y value to be down here. And I want it and the X to be something down here. Something like that. Okay. So I move it down a little bit more. But I now want to turn. I want it to be on this side. Something like that. It's just at the edge. And then let's move it back. I want it to be turn right down. It could something like this. So I move it back at the beginning, and I want it to move it through here. I want to drag this to 0, and I want this to be needs to be 0. Okay, this is 0. Then I want the Y value to be up to here. Now I want the Z value to be back to something like that. So you want to and I want this tilt on the X to be back to something reasonable. Okay. If I play this, let's see what we've got. Okay, so now you go to your spline tool and then select everything and Ctrl A, F on the keyboard. Okay, they should play it back and have this going. So I want this Y rotation to keep going on and on. So I'm gonna check this, go into script, and then select this, and I'm gonna go to ping pong. See, I should go here, I will play it. And it's very too fast, so I'm going to order this in and out a bit, then go select both of them, select this. I'm going to drag it, let's say, I place this in this one, and I drag this. I can drag this out a bit more, starting to see a whole lot better. And then something like that. Because some strange reason, that light there is so much. See that light? They're going to go close line. I think it's this light. I reduce it a whole lot. It's better. It's too much here. So let's go at the beginning and see what we've got. And beautiful. We're practically done. Let me just put a bit of text on it. So after this render 3D, I get some 2D text, connect it to that, and just type the usual programs they give us. Secure, 0 fees. Zero headaches. No hassles. More like, honestly, hassle free. Hassle free. Oops, I don't gassle free. Hassle free. So if I want this to happen, let's say we go here and we want it to right click on this, we say character level styling. But before we do that, let's drag this to the viewer and find that same font we used for Wonderbank. Accelera, Smoosh, Light, reduce the size a little bit, something like that. Drag it down. And I want to create a background for this. And do some background, the merge. This for this background, I want it to be a full color thing. So give it that color there. Go back here, give it this color there. And then go back here, give it this color there. And one like that. So give it this color. And then they go share and we give color something around here to staying in with this color. Let's see what we do here. It's this nice, but I think give it a bit more variety. So then go share, there and go something like this. Yeah, that's better. Straight to the viewer, so we have this beautiful stuff going on. And then the text, we need to give it black color. And for the text, we set character level styling. I go here, I select this secure up to there, and then go to scene 70, go to shading, and then go to opacity and drop it to 0. Go here, click on it to keyframe it, go to saying let's go for 15 more frames after that. 70, that's 10, that's 15. Then I go share and drag it up. I go to 0 fees. Let's zoom in a bit so we get to see what we're doing. Let's drag it up. Select this up to that dot. I want this to, from this point actually, I want all of them to, the alpha to be 0. Alpha to be 0. Then we should go to this point. Alpha still to be 0 for this. Alpha for this to still be 0. And we'll go this one also 15 frames forward. Increase the alpha to 1. Maybe it's the next one. Increase in frames forward. And the alpha to be 1. But I want to go here and make sure the alpha here is 0. Then go here and show the alpha is 0. And then they can, I should zoom out a bit to see where our media outlets. We hold down Control and scroll back. Scroll back in. And then zoom to fit. Then replay what was done. Let's scroll down a bit. Let's go to this. I need to go to the text, go to the keyframes, expand it. Here, let's expand this so we get to see what we're working with. I need to move them apart. So I select all of them and go to this here and move it apart a little. When I want to uncheck this, I want to select everything to move everything back a little to something like that. And I think that's about it. Goes in like that. Then I want to change the text. Sorry. Click here. Oh, I didn't select everything. Oops, my bad. That's why that wasn't showing. So I need to go back, zoom in a bit, see on red. Didn't select everything. Hassle free. So I go here. With 0. Look here. I hate this to be done. Click share and 0. Or share 0, 0. Okay, so go to media out, zoom to fit. Let's play back. And this is a long one, guys. I hope you guys can hang in there, but that's it. Just a simple narration. Then I want to go to the text. I want to do this line for it. So zoom to fit. Let's drag this up so it's getting better. And go here. Put that there. And then let's see how this looks. So what I want to do is make it that this happens a whole lot faster. Something to write for this. Click on here. This happens a whole lot faster. Click on here. This happens a whole lot faster. Save it. Close the spline tool. Let's play it back. It's kind of fast. So what I'm going to do, let's go to timeline. Let's increase this by, let's increase it by 5 seconds. So 10 seconds. And go back to the more, to the Fusion page, go to text, go to keyframes, select these keyframes. Go to click on this, expand this a bit more, something like that. Has to be slower, much slower. And now I allocate. And that's about it, guys. Sorry, this tutorial I'm enabling awkward. It's just something I wanted to share with you. Intensive, but still simple. So what I'm thinking of doing also for the Transform 3D, I want the X value to shift a little. So to make that happen, select all this, move it forward a bit, go here, I'm going to click on this, click on this, modify with pick, let's modify as what it is to make it like every, I say 10, minus 10, or more like minus 10 and 10. Insert that should be pretty good, and then let's flip our foot. Let's see it. Let's have it. No. So just wait for it to play out. One other thing I just want to add towards the end of this, let me expand this, I zoom out a bit. Just on top of the background, right, is a text node. Add that here. And this text, I want it to be the big W, change it to Paladin gradient, and increase the size like crazy. In fact, what I should do is open this, copy this text. Where do you use text? The W, yeah. Copy this text. Copy. Close this. Go here, delete that, paste, connect this here, and I want this to be, this zoom to fit, I want this to be pretty big, yeah, I'm gonna close the size to probably 1. And reduce the size a little bit, something like this. Maybe a big kind of sound. Yeah. And I'll make it that this should be at the bottom, should be on top of this. I'm gonna move this here, disconnect this, disconnect that, move this here, go to this blend. Let's drag this little view out, then drop it. In fact, I could just stay. So I use soft light, and then I go to this output here will now be connected to this. So I go change on this here, select all this, put them up here, go here, connect this to that. And try this little viewer. Right click, swap inputs, and then I want the situation where this, I want it to be moving across the length of the whole tutorial. So I go here and do like this to the side. From here, and then go to here, keyframe it, and go to the end, drag it all the way here, over here, get to the beginning, and play. And we're done with the animation. This is stuff you can do for a client. I'm sorry this video is unbearably long. I'm going to try to shorten it, but if I can't, please bear with me. It's just one of those things I just felt I could share, right? Do like and subscribe, and have a nice one. Cheers, guys.